not only been traveling for ages, and you continue to travel. Let's just think a little bit. Let's skew this episode toward travel, and let's start with your philosophy of traveling light. How do you do it? How do you recommend other people do it? And why do you think traveling light is important?
Oh gosh. Well, there's so many reasons why traveling light is important. I would say from a strictly logistical point of view, like A, it saves you money because you don't have to pay to check your bags. B, it's better for the environment. If we all have giant pieces of luggage, the way that affects the gas mileage in flights is huge. And also just flying in general has a pretty big carbon footprint. So making that carbon footprint even bigger by taking huge luggage. I think we've all had the experience when we check luggage, we pack all this stuff, we check our luggage, we get there, we go on vacation, and we just wear the same thing over and over and over again. And to me, in the few situations where I did that, like, it made me feel bad. Like, I felt like, why did I do this? Like, why did I spend $60 checking this luggage when I'm just wearing the same thing? And if you're moving from place to place and you're not using packing cubes as you should be, and it's packed really full and you pull your jeans out of the bottom of the suitcase and it spills all over and you spend 20 minutes every day repacking it, like, it just makes the travel experience less pleasant. And I don't like I feel ridiculous, like landing in Borneo and like having this 4-foot tall suitcase and presenting it to the bellhop or something. And then they're like, oh, here's another ugly American with their giant suitcase who's going to be here. Like, it's just unpleasant and embarrassing and expensive to me, not for everybody, but to me, it makes me feel like I've wasted money, like I've wasted space, like I've made my carbon footprint bigger, and that I'm sort of embarrassing myself, as establishing myself as the sort of traveler who like needs 8 pairs of shoes for 5 days.
Well, you use Borneo as an example. That's a place where you don't have to travel very far off the beaten track in Borneo to find people whom, if you pack a giant suitcase, don't own that much in life, let alone travel with it,
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that packing light also, it's sort of a cleanse of sorts, because if you, a few years ago, I did a 6-week trip around Europe across different environment. So it was like cold, it was hot. I was in cities, I was in the country. I was in Iceland, I was in Poland, and I did it all with a carry-on. And it was a really good, I'm already kind of a minimalist, but it was a really good reminder of like how little you need to feel, and I felt that I was pretty well dressed, to feel comfortable, to look decent. And after you've had that experience, after you've lived for 6 weeks out of a carry-on and you come home to your giant closet, it's a good reminder of what you actually need to be happy and what you actually need to feel like you can look half decent when you go out into the world. So I think it's also a good sort of emotional cleanse and a check-in for what you actually need.